Mom was the local piano teacher. I was 10 years old, and I think Mom and Dad were worried that a lot of students, when they're coming into their teen years, often give up things that are important to the family. And so Mom thought, well, we got to have more fun doing this. What could we do? So she suggested that some of our friends come over, and basically she invited them to stay overnight. We talked about it afterwards and had a family meeting about it, as we do with any big subject or topic in our family, and decided to do it on a regular basis. And I guess with my mom being the president of the Vermont Music Teachers Association and her affiliation with Music Teachers National Association, we started to grapevine and talk about doing this. No advertising in the early days or anything like that. And gradually people started to come.
Sonatina is about teaching, about learning music. It's a passion for the piano. And it was more than coincidental that I got a call one day from a woman who was the daughter of someone that I knew. And she said, we need a piano teacher at this camp. Someone canceled, can you do it? And then she began to explain the program to me. A bunch of adults coming into a house and doing piano all week. And she said that her father was from Holland. Oh, well, that was the clincher. Because I had just left Holland, where I lived for 3 years, and missed it terribly. And when I found out that the founders of this camp, the Sonata and Sonatina camp, were from Holland, I said, oh, that's got to be it. You know, that was sort of perfect for me. So when I came here, it was a perfect fit like a glove. And the director of this program, Polly von der Linde, and I, we worked like, you know, Batman and Robin. I think of myself as her right-hand man, you know.
Do I get my hugs? Oh, how fun. Hey, welcome, welcome. Room 21 for you. Room 24 for you. Welcome, Kaylee. Startling. You're on. Oh, room 23 for you. How fun.
Wow, look at
Hi there. Let me give you guys your tags. Tasha,
Awesome. How are you?
missed you. How fun.
Good to see you.
Smiling, I'm Polly. Welcome to camp. I'll show you how this works, okay? Let me find all of your forms first of all. Kaylee, we'll do you first. This is your name tag. It says room 24, shower cubby 10, okay? You can put that on you.
Thank you.
Yeah, my parents are two of the greatest people anyone could ever meet. My mom is a total fireball. She's now 72, but she acts like she's 16, which is really great. My kids just think she is a scream. When they hear that they're going to get to hang out with Oma, they all start screaming because she's just a hoot. Some memories of when I was little is, okay, back to food again. I don't know why we keep going there. But we were cooking a turkey for Summer Sonatina once, and my mom doesn't cook, but she really had fun in the kitchen. So she started throwing the turkey to the students, and the students were throwing the turkey back to her, and she started making the wings move and just like cracking up. She is a scream. My mom is always fun. And my dad, I had a really special relationship with my dad. I was really close to my dad. I feel like we were almost twins in many ways. We were both. I love math, and he was a mathematician, and we both had exactly the same sense of humor. And I think my favorite memory of Dad is just riding the car with him on long trips, maybe if he drove me to college or we were going somewhere. So those are special memories.
A particular lesson is usually very interesting because you already know all of the kids, you know, at least emotionally or in a friendly setting just from breakfast. So you already know what they're going to play and how they're feeling about their pieces. So because of the extensive music library, you can just easily go downstairs and look up what they're doing or look up some new things for them that are in the same vein and kind of in their character.
There are photographs of a class that my mom was teaching, a group piano class of 3- and 4-year-olds. And I remember looking at a photograph and I thought, my goodness, there I am. And I was there with some of my pals that I still remember today. And I just remember the group piano lessons that I took with my mom were just fascinating. A lot of folks who are not familiar with piano lessons might question group lessons, but what it really enabled me to do, and any other certainly too, was to remember, for instance, as we're all playing the same piece together, just like in an orchestra, if you goof, you just keep on going, no matter what, at all costs. So that was a brilliant way to teach children, I think. And also, it was nice to be able to be with other pals. It was a non-competitive environment, which I'm not sure how she did it. I really don't know how she did it. And especially as my mother, I don't know how she did it. But in any case, she was really brilliant. And then, as I mentioned, I went on to the Juilliard School of Music. But I would say, starting about when I was 9 or 10, I began to spend more and more time with my father at the piano. And my father and I had what I consider personally a very unusual bond. When I played a phrase a certain way and I knew it was just what he wanted to hear, I would get a tap on the shoulder.
When I was 3, my grandfather bought me a keyboard that was about this big at a yard sale for $1. And my stepfather noticed when I was 4 that I wasn't just plucking on the notes like a normal person would, like a little baby, you know, they would just be like this. But he noticed that I was trying to actually make music, even though it was like a small octave. So then we started going into a couple lessons. It was called Music for Little Mozarts, and I wanted to be Mozart at that time. So I started learning piano for about a couple years, and then we had a couple different teachers, and now I'm classically trained. But some of the experiences, I have come to Summer Sonatina. We were looking for some interest in some piano camps because I really wanted to go and just get away and practice.